Your article about 100 rupees currency and step wells is expected today. But don't worry, I will send you the mobile number of Maheshwari. She is an archaeologist having extensive knowledge about step wells. She will educate you. Good luck.
Yes, is water supply? Sir, this is Ananya from 8 block. Could you please deliver a water can to my house today? I was out of town for the past 2 days and just noticed that there is no water left. Good afternoon, ma'am. This is Ananya, journalist.
Hey Ananya, your editor spoke to me and mentioned you would need help with your article about step wells. I'm happy to support you. Please ask your questions.
Thank you for your time, ma'am. Could you please brief me about the Rani Ki Wow, the step well printed in our 100 rupees note?
Sure, Ananya. Rani Ki Vav featured on our 100 rupees currency note is a step well located in the town of Patan in Gujarat. It was built by Queen Udaymati in memory of her husband King Bhimdev I of the Solanki dynasty around 1063 AD. It's designed as an inverted temple, highlighting the sanctity of water which was essential in those times. It has 7 levels of stairs. The fourth level, the deepest, leads into a rectangular tank and a shaft of 30-meter depth. It's adorned with about 500 principal sculptures and over 1,000 minor artworks depicting the incarnation of Lord Vishnu, including figures like Rama, Vamana, Mahishasuramardini, and Kalki, among others. Constructed on the banks of the river Saraswati, it served as an excellent water conservation structure. In the 13th century, a flooding event silted up the entire stepwell, making it appear as a pit. It remained buried for centuries until Archaeological Survey of India rediscovered it. The excavation began in the 1970s and in 1989, the stepwell's intricate and well-preserved architecture was fully revealed. Subsequently, it was added to the list of UNESCO's World Heritage Sites on June 22, 2014.
Very interesting, ma'am. Now, could you please tell me how these step wells differ from regular wells and where and how many are there in India?
Certainly, Ananya. These step wells are constructed in the arid and semi-arid climatic regions of India where annual rainfall is less than 500 millimeter. It is widely distributed in the states of Rajasthan, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Delhi, Madhya Pradesh and Karnataka, particularly in areas with poor rainfall. Rajasthan has the highest number of step wells, especially in the Bundi district, which is known as the city of step wells. They are designed and constructed on a large scale to provide water throughout the year, mitigating water crisis. These step wells also had a unique purpose. They served as a communal spaces, especially for women, where they gathered not only to fetch water but also for social interactions, religious activities, and festivals. They were often built along trade routes, with temperature inside these wells being 5 to 10 degrees Celsius cooler than the surface temperature, making them a cool place for travelers to stay overnight. However, many of these step wells have now become abandoned and dry due to lack of maintenance and many other factors.
It's very sad to know. But please tell me more about why and how these step wells have become dry and abandoned now. What actions can be taken to preserve them?
Okay, these step wells date back to 300 BC and were well preserved until the 18th century. During the Mughal rule in the 15th century, edicts were issued to conserve these Hindu built step wells as they valued their importance for mitigating water crisis. From the 15th to 18th centuries, Mughal rulers built more step wells with dome and arch structures, symbols, and floral designs, though they did not include human like sculptures, typical in Islamic architecture. However, during British rule, in the late 18th century, step wells started to lose their importance as hand pumps were introduced, providing water directly to individual houses. Maintaining step wells became cumbersome and as communal gathering places, they were discouraged by British, who preferred to prevent large gatherings to maintain control. Some stepwells, like the Redford Bolly, were even converted into jails for freedom fighters. Over 200 years of British rule led to the decline in the cultural and practical use of stepwells. Urbanization changed the flow of surface water, preventing it from reaching these structures. Additionally, the rise of water mafia selling groundwater, over extraction by locals, and the use of stepwells as garbage pits have further contributed to their decline. The government needs to conduct awareness campaign to educate people about the importance of conserving and protecting these historic structures from pollution and over extraction.
Thank you, ma'am, for enlightening and educating me about stepwells. Your insights have made my article very informative. I look forward to sharing my final output with you soon.
Yes, thank you. I hope your article will create awareness among people about these stepwells. Best wishes for your work. Bye, Ananya.